It's the middle of August, so you know what that means. It's officially Halloween in Disney World. Mickey-shaped pumpkins line Main Street, grim-grinning ghosts haunt Frontierland, pumpkin spice flavors invade snack stands. But spookiest of all, that new $230 price tag to attend the exclusive Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Now, our team was there opening night to find out if this year's event is really worth your time and money. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is back once again this year, and while we are more than excited for the rare characters and exclusive eats and trick-or-treating, that price increase on tickets has us wondering, is the event still worth it? This is one of the most popular extra ticket events in Disney World, and tickets do sell out quickly, so it's time to decide if you should attend this year's party, and we got all the info to help you figure that out. So, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. This is a seasonal Magic Kingdom event that's taking place after the park officially closes on select nights from August 15th to October 31st. Partygoers can expect trick-or-treating throughout the park, special character meet and greets with some characters you won't see anywhere else, plus fireworks, stage shows, dance parties, and the Boo to You parade. Unlike Christmas time in Disney World, when they run the Christmas parade during regular park hours the week leading up to the holiday, you cannot catch this seasonal parade anywhere except for at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it is one of the best. This makes it one of Disney World's most exclusive events of the year, which is one of the big reasons it's so popular. Plus, everyone, even adults, can wear costumes, something that isn't allowed during a normal park day. Now, if costumes are not your thing, or you're looking for something spooky to wear before you don that party outfit, we got a whole bunch of tees in our merch shop over at dfbstore.com. We got a Fab 5 Scarecrow design, Nightmare Before Christmas inspired looks, and Sanderson Sister fits for your group in tees, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and more. And if you want to be the pro amongst your group when it comes to knowing the ins and outs and all the secrets and tips to visiting Disney World and the Orlando area during Halloween, our DFB guide to Halloween at Disney World has you covered. This is going to help you plan your strategy for meeting all those rare characters, budget for your trip, plus we've got Halloween itineraries and bonus info about Universal's Halloween Horror Nights if you're more into the thrills. You can grab your copy along with our other guidebooks over at dfbstore.com. We've got a special offer on ebooks just for our YouTube crew. Enter code YouTube at checkout for a discount. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party begins at 7 p.m. and ends at midnight, but party guests can enter the Magic Kingdom at 4 p.m. with a party ticket. If you plan on going to Magic Kingdom during the day, but you also want to experience Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you're going to have to pay for tickets for both. If you're in the park when the party begins, you can pick up your wristband for the event outside of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Fill Our Magic, or Tortuga Tavern beginning at 4 p.m. Ticket prices vary throughout the season, but start at $109 for adults ages 10 and up and $99 for kids ages 3 to 9. That price goes up to $229 for adults and $219 for kids for the Halloween night party. Annual pass holders, Disney Vacation Club members, and members of the military are eligible for a discount on select nights. Guests of all ages are allowed to wear costumes, but there are guidelines for guests over 14. These include no prop weapons, no costumes that drag on the ground or capes that go past your waist, no costume masks, and if you're dressed like a Disney character, you can't sign autographs or pose for pictures as that character, obviously. Tickets do seem to be selling a bit slower this year, but this event is still very popular and parties can and will sell out. If this is a must-do for you, buy the tickets soon. Characters will be greeting guests the entire time during the party, and there are a few you definitely want to prioritize if you're into character meet and greets and don't want to spend your entire night in line. Yep, lines will get very long for some characters, and those lines will start forming before the party even starts. If you want to guarantee you'll get to see these characters, do not wait until the end of the night. Lines may close earlier than the party does. The most popular meet and greet is always Jack and Sally. This is one to prioritize if you want to see them. The line was already like 90 minutes long before the party even started for the first party this year. So make sure to grab a party map so you know where to find characters, trick-or-treat locations, along with show times and photo op locations. In addition to the characters with designated meet and greet locations, keep your eyes open for some other pop-up characters. We spotted Cruella de Vil early in the evening, and she was switching off with Mother Mother Gothel for the first time ever at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So ask a cast member if you want to know when those two might pop up as well. And there are plenty of other characters as well, including, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Daisy. The whole crew is out in their Halloween costumes, so definitely check that party map to see who's meeting and greeting. The Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular is a party-exclusive show featuring the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, along with some of your favorite Disney villains. This show takes place in front of Cinderella Castle 3 or 4 times a night, depending on the date of the party. And usually the later the show, the lower the crowds. You can also catch the Cadaver Dans. This is the Halloween version of the Dapper Dans, singing spooky songs over in Frontierland. Pirates are going to be found around Adventureland singing spooky sea shanties. The Booty-Oo Parade is shown twice nightly at 8:15 and 11:15. Remember, this is the one that you can't see any other time except Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it's an excellent parade. So I definitely recommend taking time out of riding rides and meeting characters to watch the parade. I do recommend waiting until the later show so you can get some more done while everyone else watches it the first time around, and the crowds are going to be significantly lower for the second parade. Also, be sure to get there early so you don't miss the Headless Horseman who rides before the parade. And brand new to the parade this year is Mother Gothel, so yeah, you might be able to see her kind of hanging out at the front of the park, but if you don't, she will definitely be in the parade. There are dance parties throughout the park too that will run the length of the party. These are mostly for the kids, but adults are welcome as well. Over at Cosmic Rays in Tomorrowland, you'll find the Disney Junior Jam Dance Party, and the Zombeats Bash over at the stage in Tomorrowland has zombie cheerleaders, werewolves, and aliens. Plus, some Halloween fun with Pluto is over in Storybook Circus, complete with circus performers. Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show is back this year as well. You can catch this show nightly at 10 p.m. If you want to guarantee a great view for the show and seats at Tomorrowland Terrace, you can book a dessert party. That's an additional fee on top of your party ticket. It's $119 for adults and $75 for kids. Note for the rest of you looking for the best view, there are no projections down Main Street as a part of this show, so you don't need to worry about missing anything if you stand closer to the castle. Trick-or-treating takes place at designated spots throughout Magic Kingdom. These are all marked in the event park map and by lighted inflatable markers that'll say trick-or-treat. There are even allergy-friendly locations if you have special dietary restrictions. Disney has a partnership with Mars Wrigley, the company behind M&M's, Skittles, and Snickers, so you can expect fun-size versions of those types of candies plus a full-size caramel M&Ms. Be sure to pick up a trick-or-treat bag at the beginning of the party and load up on as much as you want. You can visit the treat trails as many times as you like. If one of the trick-or-treaters in your party has any food allergies, you can grab a teal-colored trick-or-treat bag, and at each candy stop, you'll grab a teal token that can be redeemed for allergy-friendly items in Liberty Square and on Main Street at City Hall. Allergy-friendly items vary, but typically accommodate most major allergens and sugar-free needs. So trick-or-treating is free, but if you're looking for something a little more substantial than candy, you got a lot of options. None of these items are included with your party ticket. They're all an extra cost, so we've got the reviews to help you whittle down your list so you don't waste party time on a bad snack. Let's start with the ones that are available all day long so you can start snacking before the party even begins. When you go in at 4 o'clock, like of course you're going to, right? Okay. Pumpkin spiced coffee barbecue pork sandwich at the Plaza Restaurant. So yeah, the Plaza Restaurant has introduced a whole Halloween group of eats this year. And of course we went and tried them all on day one because that's what we do and that's why you follow us here at TFV. Now, the pork sandwich, if you're looking for a fun themed sit down lunch before the party, the Plaza is serving up those options all day. We wish this pulled pork sandwich was around year round because the sweeter pumpkin and coffee barbecue sauce pairs super well with the slow cooked pork and the crunchy slaw. Sounds like a lot of flavors, and it is, but they work. Now, the skull meatloaf. It seems the skull memo might have been missed, though if you squint, maybe you can see it. This is some good comfort food, but picky eaters beware. The mashed potatoes with this one have pumpkin spice vibes. They're good, just not your classic. The Ghostly Delight Sundae is for Rocky Road lovers, topped with chocolate, cookie crumbs, marshmallow cream, almonds, ghost sugar cookies that have the funniest little eyes, and sprinkles. Now, this is another one we'd love to have year round. We just fell in love with it. And then the Goblins and Ghoulies drink. If you're looking for a fun cocktail, you can grab this. It's made with Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, Di Serono Original Liqueur, apple cider, and pomegranate juice, so very much a fall vibe. Really tasty, not too strong, kind of a punch type beverage, and we definitely get it again, even at the $16.50 price point. Heading next door to the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, you've gotta love pumpkin for this Sunday to be a winner for you. Pumpkin gelato with pumpkin spice caramel sauce, pumpkin brittle, and Halloween sprinkles, made for some major pumpkin pie vibes. That s'mores cup over at Columbia Harbor House, it's classic s'mores flavors in kind of a panna cotta form with the cutest little ghosts on top. The chocolate popping candy is a little weird, but overall, this was a win. Now at Liberty Square Market, you've got that Magic Potion slushie. This one is basically your regular blue raspberry slush. It's supposed to change color, but we didn't have too much luck with seeing a whole color change. The green that it's supposed to change to is kind of already there in some like food coloring or something. So anyway, whatever. It looks kind of neat. If your kids are into that sort of thing, great. And the Dole Whip Mango and Chamoy float at Aloha Isle, not new or totally exclusive to the party, but we're glad to see this specialty float come back to Magic Kingdom for the Halloween season. So there are a lot of snacks in Magic Kingdom right now, and before we get into those party-only options, I want to give you a chance to download our completely free guide to all the Halloween snacks from this year's party, plus all those daytime items. There are photos and details for every single snack, so it's a mini pocket guide to help you keep track and plan your snacking. You can get it by heading to disneyfoodblog.com/spookysnacks or scanning the QR code on the screen. Okay, here we go with the party exclusive. Now these snacks only come out when the party has begun at 7 p.m. And with a few exceptions, most of them are completely exclusive to the event. First, the candy corn Vereen. This is at Casey's Corner, and it's the return of the Vereens. You remember like 5 years ago when Disney just had a whole Vereen era? It's been a minute since we've seen a Vereen on a menu, but here we go. This one is layers of salted caramel ganache, marshmallow panna cotta, and whipped cream topped with caramel corn and candy corn. It's cute for, a picture or whatever, but it's pretty basic. Everybody's gonna kind of like this. You can get your hot dog topped with barbecue pork, fire roasted corn, queso fresco, jalapeno ranch, and cilantro with the chipotle barbecue pork and street corn hot dog at Casey's. This has a great sweet flavor that mixes well with the sweet corn, and there's a kick from that jalapeno ranch that gets cooled down with the queso. And you can also get the same thing, but in mini corn dog format for a more bite-sized version of the same flavors. Both the corn dogs and the hot dog come with a side of fries. And finally, get all that stuff on fries too. Casey's also has the returning Chipotle barbecue pork and street corn french fries. Same toppings as the other dishes, just on fries instead. So the Cajun crawfish and sausage poutine at Golden Oak Outpost. This is a huge portion, and the waffle fries really serve as an excellent vessel for that tasty gravy with andouille, crawfish, and cheese curds. You gotta like crawfish because they aren't shy with the toppings here, but if you're up for some more adventurous Disney flavors, this fits the bill. But the beignets from Beyond at Golden Oak, these are a skip for us. The beignets just aren't fluffy enough. They're more like a pocket, and the cookies and cream cheese dipping sauce was really lackluster. If you're wanting a beignet, we'd opt for the classic, but there are lots of better snacks at the party. So the hot honey lemonade, this is a really fun twist on a basic lemonade with that hot honey on the bottom to stir into your drink and a tahini rim for a little heat. We were surprised by how much we liked this one. Over at Pecos Bill, the buzzard wings, these are whole chicken wings, meaning both the drum and the flat together, which I hate because they're really hard to eat like that. I wish they wouldn't serve them like that, but alas. Anyway, they've got grilled onions, jalapenos, and lime. We would have liked a crispier skin on these, but the wings were well cooked with a nice glaze. Maybe a little expensive for what they are, but good savory option. The pumpkin pie mini churros are classic churros rolled in orange sugar and served with a mild pumpkin pie dipping sauce. We'd only recommend it if you're craving a churro that's easy to share. For something else shareable, grab the corn flatbread with butternut squash puree and braised chicken at Pecos Bill's. And also, we've got the Twix bar in tart form. That's moved over to Pecos Bill's this year to round out your Halloween meal with the chocolate caramel tart. Over at Sleepy Hollow, we've got a fun elevated corn dog rolled in malt vinegar and scallions with spicy relish and kimchi mayo. We heard a lot of people raving about this one. It's unique but not too spicy, and the flavors are approachable while being something a little more exciting for Magic Kingdom. And also at Sleepy Hollow, the pumpkin funnel cake topped with pumpkin gelato, whipped cream, pumpkin spiced caramel, marshmallow pumpkins, and sprinkles. Pumpkin spice lovers are going to rejoice with this one. This is your ultimate fall dessert. Back at Sleepy Hollow and Liberty Square Market this year are the Jack and Sally Pops. These are pretty basic cake pops. They're sold separately, and while they're not the tastiest, they are very cute and likely a win for the kids in your group. The Jack Pop is a chocolate fudge brownie with marshmallow filling, and the Sally Pop is yellow cake with raspberry filling. And finally at Sleepy Hollow, that Madame Leota Seance Candle Push Pop is back. It's a red velvet cake push pop with cookies and cream mousse. It's beautiful to look at, but super sugary and pretty one note. Over at the spring roll cart, they've got the spicy pork spring rolls this year. This might be our new favorite. The pork is reminiscent of chorizo, and it's served with pineapple mustard that offers a nice sweet and tangy balance. Love all these new flavors this year at the party. In Pinocchio Village House, you've got the phantasmal fried pumpkin ravioli. Now, our ravioli was a bit too crunchy, which is, often a problem when you've got fried ravioli, right? They might be better if you get one that hasn't been under the heat lamp for too long. And the black garlic aioli was very tasty, reminiscent of a truffle aioli, but didn't rescue the fact that these were pretty overdone. So just a heads up, that's often a concern when you get fried ravioli, I know, and again, they're not doing it perfectly here yet. Also at Pinocchio Village House, the undead garlic parmesan chicken strips. These are some classic chicken tenders covered in a garlicky, cheesy sauce. Garlic is the main flavor with just a light parm taste, but they are phenomenal. Definitely a good twist on your typical Disney chicken tenders. Also at Pinocchio Village House, the Captain Hook Treasure Whoopie Pie. This is a pretty classic whoopie pie with chocolate cake and a buttercream and caramel filling. And the fruit cereal topping didn't add too much, and that skull is solid chocolate, which might push this into the too much chocolate realm if that's possible. But I think kids are gonna dig this for sure. At Pinocchio Village House as well, the Scary Ghost Slushie. This is another blue raspberry slush, but just with a ghost marshmallow. So, again, definitely for the kids. At Friar's Nook, you've got the Haunting Jalapeno Ranch Tots. Now, Friar's Nook is known for its loaded tots. These are an awesome party exclusive, topped with black bean chili, cheddar cheese sauce, and jalapeno ranch. They're hearty, almost too hearty for August, with not too much heat. The Not So Poison Apple Donuts are at Friar's Nook too. These might say new, but they're the same apple cider donut holes you're normally going to find here, just topped with red sugar instead of regular sugar. They're good, but with so many other snacks, you could skip them, at least during the party. Also at Friar's Nook, the Bowl of Bones. This is bone-in piggy wings and a sweet but spicy Coca-Cola glaze. Tasty, but not for the Spice-averse. And the Buffalo Chicken Hand Pie. This one's back again this year. It's been around for a few years actually, and it's still a favorite of ours. Another spicy addition to the lineup. Over at Storybook Treats, we got the brand new Ursula Cone. This is a wild berry soft serve and a blueberry vanilla vibe, but our citrus cotton candy melted into the ice cream right away, so we were also able to taste a nice lemon flavor there. The candy coral is almost like a caramel hard candy. This one is tasty. Just remember our general PSA that ice cream is going to melt fast in Disney, and anything with lots of food dye might change the color of your skin or your teeth or something else temporarily. Now, over at the lunching pad, they do have a skull cake that looks like a skull cake. We love it. This is almost like a coated cookie cake sandwich. You can definitely taste the banana in the cake, and it's filled with a delicious caramely dulce de leche. This is a must get, I think, one of my favorites at the party. If the hot dog options at Casey's didn't do it for you, then maybe this dog topped with sriracha cream cheese, crispy onions, bacon, and spicy relish will. This is over at the lunching pad as well, and it was one of our favorite new eats last year, and we'd still recommend it. Heading over to the Main Street Bakery, we've got the Mickey shaped cheesecake. This pumpkin cheesecake is very cute and 100% autumnal flavors. You've also got that Mickey shaped cinnamon roll, and it's basically the cinnamon roll you can get all the time. It's fun, but not a party worthy classic. At Cheshire Cafe, you got the Mummy treat. This is the Halloween version of my beloved Cheshire Cat tail, so you can't go wrong with this one. And then the sweet and spicy chicken strips at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. These have Korean barbecue sauce, and you may find yourself craving some fries that don't automatically come with the dish, so heads up. Also at Cosmic Ray's is the terrifying twice spiced chicken sandwich. The jalapeno popper takes over flavor-wise, which was a plus for our reporter, and this is Disney spicy, so don't worry about that pepper being too hot. A huge portion if you're looking for a solid dinner option. The mini witch hat has moved over to Cosmic Rays from Main Street Bakery this year. It's a very peanut butter forward dessert and honestly not an amazing portion size, but super cute. And again, one of the only places you're going to find a peanut butter dessert around here these days, so get it if you love it. We've got a Not a Poisoned Apple slushie at Cosmic Rays. This is another slush, but frozen apple cider this time, plus it's topped with cinnamon whipped cream and sour gummy candy. And then the Candy Bowl sundae. This is at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies. This is a candy-loaded sundae with salted caramel soft serve, Snickers, Twix, and M&Ms for the ultimate sweet tooth. Now keep in mind that some of these locations, like Pinocchio Village House and Liberty Square Market, will close before the party ends, sometimes much earlier, so plan to get those snacks topping your must-try list first. If snacks aren't going to cut it, several restaurants are open for regular service during the party, but we wouldn't recommend planning a sit-down meal, and we'd suggest grabbing your dinner before things really start to kick off. Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table are both open during the party, and both are offering exclusive Halloween menus starting at 4 p.m. We would suggest not spending precious party time on full sit-down meals, but if you want to start things off pre-7 p.m. with a full stomach, aim for an earlier reservation so you've got plenty of time for party entertainment, trick-or-treating, meeting characters, etc. once the party actually starts. So rides. Rides likely won't and shouldn't be the thing you prioritize at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but that doesn't mean you're going to skip them, and there are a few you shouldn't. Most rides will be open during the party, and the lower crowds hopping in line for those rides might be something you want to take advantage of. A lot of people are going to want to ride Haunted Mansion for the vibes, but lines for this one can get long and the ghosts may only be in the queue, so if you want to say hi to Carlotta or Renata, you'll have to wait in the line. Space Mountain goes pitch black and Mad Tea Party gets extra colorful. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor also becomes a treat trail, so you don't need to stay for a full show. If you want to ride rides, we highly suggest you do so before the party officially starts. Crowds are often lower in Magic Kingdom on party days, so that should help you knock out a few before the festivities begin, so you can enjoy the party exclusives once the event starts. Also, keep in mind the lightning lanes are not available during the party. At least that's one less expense you gotta plan for. If you want to commemorate the event, Disney's got merchandise for that. You will need to have a ticket in order to buy any of these items, so regular guests won't get a chance to grab Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party exclusive merchandise. This includes the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington gravestone bucket. You're going to find it at popcorn carts around the park. The Nightmare Before Christmas Mayor Sipper, available at Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. And spirit jerseys, mugs, ornaments, glow-in-the-dark tees, tumblers, pins, a Halloween Party Loungefly backpack, and tons more. You can find the full collection inside the Emporium. So, what's our experience should you go to this party? This is always our favorite Magic Kingdom event of the year. Our team loves this party, and most of them will say they'd choose it over Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We definitely lucked out with the weather this year, which always makes the event a lot more enjoyable. We've been at parties where it's pouring rain the entire night and shows get canceled, but if this happens during your party, you can always check in with guest relations about a rain check in order to attend another party when the weather will hopefully be a bit better. It was hot though. That's the downside of these parties starting in August, so stay hydrated and plan out that costume accordingly. You don't want to be sweating and uncomfortable all night in the name of fashion. Food-wise, Disney's definitely shifting to more savory options in recent years at this event. That means there are fewer super cute snacks, but a lot more options to offset all that free candy you're getting. And pro tip, wait until the very end of the night to load up on candy. They're going to be running the treat trails until the very end, and then you don't have to lug around a big heavy bag of chocolate the whole night. This year, the entertainment felt really extensive. In the past, we've experienced lulls or dead zones, no pun intended, where there wasn't much going on besides people walking between attractions. But with the new circus entertainment over in Storybook Circus, every corner of the park has something going on. This helped it really feel like you were getting something special out of the event over a regular park day when those extras aren't happening. As for the crowds, the first night of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is always going to be one of the busiest, except for maybe Halloween night, but things felt a bit chaotic at times. In past years, we've had no problem grabbing a last-minute spot for the later parade, but this year our tried-and-true locations were filling up 30 minutes prior to the horsemen riding down the street. The party you attend may not be quite as crowded, but definitely don't assume you'll be able to do and see it all without a plan. And if you have a lot of characters on your must-see list, you might need to make a priority list, and then go with the flow of the crowds and wait times to see if you really can do it all. As I mentioned earlier, those character lines can really eat up a lot of your night. Overall, we still absolutely love this event. It truly is one of the most unique extra ticketed experiences in Disney World. As for that price tag, we think you can 100% justify it if you love Halloween and are interested in the parade and other exclusive shows. It can also be a good deal if you plan to skip the regular day ticket and use that earlier entry that comes with your party ticket, that 4 p.m. entry, giving you 8 full hours in the park with a few hours to ride some rides before the party entertainment starts. If the whimsical Halloween vibes are not your thing and you'd rather just ride a ton of rides, then you might be better off spending that extra money on lightning lanes or an after-hours event. And if you're into the truly scary, then you're going to want to head over to Universal and Halloween Horror Nights. But if Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is calling your name, we can say that this year's party was just as good, if not better, than previous years, and we will still say this is a must-do event. Thanks for joining us on our Not So Scary extravaganza. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part of Disney's Halloween season is. And don't forget to pick up our free guide for all those Magic Kingdom snacks at disneyfoodblog.com/spooky-snacks. It's super useful, I promise, and it's beautiful. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.